Welcome back to more World of Outlaws Dirt Racing 24 Regional Saga parentheses 360 Sprint. No way I could put that in the title because literally that would take up almost the entire 100 character limit for the upload. But when I was looking at the accounting, I was just wanting to see how much my 360 Sprint costed. And in terms of lifetime expenses, $861,000. 96% of that is for car parts, 4% is for repairs. So not exactly $861,000 was put into the upgrades, but it was around probably $830,000 maybe. I don't know what 4% of $861,000 is. You could find it out at home, but point is to upgrade all of it to level 4 was only $800,000 with the discount. So that's not bad. Now that we know that, we can go into next. If we win the championship, then we go next series, and depending on how much we earn by the end of this year. I mean, we're getting to 400,000. We're about halfway there. I don't know. Depends on that's if we win the championship, which is still in the air because we're still many points back. So we got a lot of races this episode where it's a very short tracks. Like Diamond Grove's very short, Prairie Creek is very short, and same with Weeds. Well, Weed Sport I guess is a little bit longer, but I guess 2 of the 3 are long. So I don't know. We'll see if 102 is still going to be the ideal difficulty, or will it be really broken where, I don't know, we finish 10th. I sure hope not. I sure hope, that's not going to be the pattern. But I don't know. We'll find out. Let's get into it. Let's vroom. We're able to hit the goal time. It's not like we're smashing out of the park. It's only by about 1/10, which I don't think is enough to be winning race pace speed, but it all depends on what Jacobson guy does, the 18 car. So hard to say, but I mean, it's a very short track. But at least it's not like Millbridge short. There's a bit of breathing room in the corners, so I will say it's better than that. So at least there's that. I don't know. Let's get on to qualifying. I think I got enough practice in. 8.6, that's actually a 10th up from the goal time. I don't even think I hit that in practice, so that's even better. All right. All right, I'm even more impressed. That's a pole. I mean, we'll see if that translates in race trim or whatever, but that's good. And Jacobson is 22nd, so we're gonna have a good point day. I'm feeling a good point day. Now this heat shouldn't be a problem in theory, but typically the AI can kind of maybe make it on the outside and make that work, which I could not even fathom doing that in practice. So other than that first lap, I think that might be the heat dub in the books as long as I hit the corners and do normal things. We won that by about 0.4 of a second, not bad. Now we'll get into the qualifying dashboard where things get real. Starting first once again, we got the preferred lane. This is the ideal situation. Just take it easy in turn 1, just hold the bottom lane. I can't say we had the lead. Jim Cross or Nim Cross or whatever is. Okay, that's posterior. Okay, well, that's not Jim Cross, Nim Cross, whoever it is. But yeah, we lost the lead. Just run the bottom. But yeah, he could just run the top and make it work. So that's a bit annoying. But at least we'll start second. I mean, at least we're going to have an amazing point day no matter what. So that'll be nice. Ooh, a kitty yellow. That kind of throws things off a little bit. Ashley's in 7th, so she's trying to make a comeback, do something. But again, she's really far back in points, and we're ahead of her. It's weird. Of all tracks, I didn't really think this one would be the event where we would gain a lot of points, presumably. Good enough start. Couldn't really get down the bottom, so maybe that guy's just going to be really fast. Or maybe the aim may be a lot different. I don't know. But white flag time, I screwed that entire corner up. It's as if I'm wanting to throw away second place. Let's get through this corner. I'm not going to get the run. We'll start second. Totally fine by me. And we'll see if we can match this up in the race trim. Or, the A main. Well, the bottom lane should be the way to go. If that lane is all wet and sloshy and doesn't want to drive, then all hope's lost. Because I don't think there's any other lane I can actually use. But posterior is clearly very quick. He is literally whipping the field's butt. So, what a fitting last name for a fitting scenario. But it looks like we're going to be able to get a second, unless lap traffic screws them up, which hasn't happened in a long time. But stupider things have happened to give us a BS win. That's an AI wreck. That's definitely going to be yellow. Not like it's going to matter much. We did not have the race pace at all to catch Dylan posterior. So, I think second place is all we'll be able to get. There's Nimcross the 9th. Okay, so I wasn't making that up. Okay. Yeah, he's just way too quick. I mean, we can get down the bottom lane very quickly there on the start, but they're just way too fast. I feel like I'm like the Sheldon Creed of the 360 sprints or something, because this is like the second time or third time we've gotten second now this season. I don't know, but it's starting to feel like that. That's another AI wreck. That was a flip. I don't know. Cody Fletcher's 8th, but either way, this is still a phenomenal point day. I don't know. Like, I guess we're just going to be like a winless champion. That's kind of awkward. That I don't know if I've ever done that in this career mode specifically. Maybe World of Outlaws 22. Well, we get fucking yeeted out the way, so gonna lose a lot of spots that we didn't need to lose. Maybe we can gain one of those back. That was kind of... I felt like a very Martin Shrek's thing to have happen, where he just gets yeeted out the way. A la, you know, Watkins Glen 2024. We'll get 4th. We deserve 2nd, but, you know, the restarts ruined that, so that's unfortunate. That was a lot of points we probably could have gained right there, an extra 2, and he got 18th, so we gained 14 times 2 is what, 28 points, so we're definitely back in the point lead by 16 points, something. I don't know, that's a big amount. Even though it's a fancy track, I'm assuming it's a fancy track. I think it's kind of, if it is fancy, then I guess it's neat that they have like a drive-in theater, like they actually took the time to be creative with the backgrounds and stuff. I appreciate that game, even though this is probably ported over from World of Outlaws 22 or the Tony Stewart 2020 game, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, we got the point lead by 22 points exactly. Ashley is still pretty far out of the championship reach, about literally 40 points. Same with Justin Youngquist. So we're looking good, but with how these races have gone, we can go into another race and finish like 11th, and he wins, and we lose like 20 points. So nothing's for certain yet, as we'll have a very good money day. 29,000. That's very good. Modern driving. Don't gotta repair anything. What's the next race? I think that was the Prairie Creek one. Not Prairie View, but Prairie Creek. Funny that there's 2 names like that, but see how that goes. That's another really short track. I don't know. I'm going to have to practice, and I guess we'll figure it out. Now that I'm actually physically at the track, it's starting to kind of come back to me. This track, I don't remember it really having a problem with how it raced. I just remember that the AI could just run the outside and just do impossible things, which I guess is the theory for a lot of tracks in this game. But yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see how we do. I mean, that was our first lap, and yet we got like a 9.1. So we're smacking the goal time. Don't know if that's going to translate in race trim or not. It's hard to tell, but that's at least good to know. Okay, 8.9, that's about not exactly 4/10 up, but it's pretty good. Why do I even have or AI cars in practice? Why did I do that? There, the corner kind of wide there. Didn't even really hit the exit right, so that was a horrible time. That's a 6th place. Could have definitely gotten an 8.9. I don't know if that would have been pole. Yeah, it would have been pole. Okay. Well, once again, Jacobson running horrible, so we'll gain points on him, but Ashley's 40 back, so ideally we wouldn't like to lose points, but we just got to try to run decently. I think the goal is not even try to enter the corner like wide, is maybe like kind of like in the middle of the straightaway. Usually that's kind of what you don't want to do, but it seems like it hurts you more. I don't know. Maybe I'm on the throttle too much. I need to be a little more careful with it. I don't know, but it didn't really take me long to get used to this track. But yeah, looks like we'll start second. I'm not going to be able to run down because he's using the impossible line. I guess it is possible, but I can't really make it fast. We'll finish second. We'll at least get into the qualifying dash, but that was a very uneventful heat. Starting 6th for the qualifying dash. Seems like these dashes usually where we start, it's kind of where we finish. I don't know. It almost feels like a waste of time even showing them, because usually it's nothing much happens. Why is this track dark at nighttime? Like, why is there just patches of darkness? It's kind of not ideal. Well, we lost a spot, but we should be able to gain it right back next corner. I'm flipping through the tear house way too quick, but yeah, it looks like we'll start 6th. I'm not going to be able to get more than that. Yeah, I mean, that once again, nothing much happened. I like to think we'll be able to do something in the main, but maybe if we're lucky, a top 5 if shenanigans occur. But yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things where they're just really fast. Maybe if I had it set to 100, I'd probably be in more contention for wins. But if we're already kind of gaining points on them with how I've been running now, then I guess there would be less things at stake. I don't know. I guess it's the right balance. It's just that I'm not really going to be winning a whole lot, which I'm sure I'm going to get made fun of for that, because everybody else can, apparently. I don't know. These are all going out, and I'm recording these, like, in bulk, so I don't know what the comments are saying about these series thus far. For whatever reason, I've been enjoying them lately. A lot more than usual. Maybe it's because we're going to, like, unknown territory with new tracks and everything, and all that. See, that's the type of nonsense we need. AI wreck. We'll get 5th. We'll Joey Logano it. I don't know how far back that guy went that spun, but we benefited from it, and we got the inside line, which is the ideal lane. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to not get the car that sideways, but yet it still feels like just slow. I mean, we're running 5th. But yeah, once again, they just do the NASCAR heat thing. They just throw it in the corner. There goes all of our track position. I just wish I could enter the corner that low and make it stick, you know? It's just, I can't physically do that. I have to arc it. So, yeah, there goes all our track position. It's like, well, that's another wreck. Like, it doesn't matter if we enter the corner. We're just not fast. I don't know. If you want a season where we're not going to win a race, and I don't know. I guess struggle is still a thing. But yeah, if you don't want to see me winning much, then this particular series would be perfect for you. 8th place went really wide in that corner, but I'm sure, yeah, he'll get a good run. I'm glad everybody else could just run up top and make it work. Almost seems like as if this game just, unless you lower the difficulty a ton, the outside line really doesn't benefit you. At least not in these cars. Micro sprints and stuff, it seemed like it was an advantage to run up high just to build the momentum, but and everything else, it just doesn't really seem like it does much. I don't know. Well, we're still 9th. Probably should be running 6th, but, you know, we got yeeted out the way twice now in this episode, so that's a fun pattern to be had. We almost gained that spot there at 8th, so maybe we could do something. I don't know. It would be nice. I'm trying to back up the corners, trying to not wheel spin it too much. I just can't do a whole heck of a lot. Did I have trouble in 360 sprints in Wu 22 as well? I feel like maybe I didn't win a whole lot there too. And that's with having it at 100 difficulty back then, so maybe this pattern makes sense. That's a wreck, so that puts us up to 7th. That was 3 cars that just yeeted themselves. That's a bad wreck. Well, we BS ourselves up to 7th, and maybe some of those cars got damaged, so maybe they won't be as competitive. God, I hope so, because if they're still just as competitive, then we'll probably get past and boot scoot out the way. White flag's out. Still P7. Nobody's thrown me out the window yet with setting it in the corner. We're just going to take a very defensive lane in the last corner. And that's going to be just good enough for 7th. I will happily take that. It was kind of ugly. Or, well, can't say totally ugly, but Travis Jacobson finishes 12th after a horrific weekend for him. So we'll gain 10 points on him. Ashley gains, I don't know what exactly, 10 points. So she's 30 back. Cody Fletcher wins, but he's even further back. So overall, that's a net positive point day in the big scope of things. Yeah, that's the contact. I don't know, my face cam's blocking it, but that's definitely that's where the contact started. And somehow the car running the high lane that's to the left of me just gets collected in it. I mean, we were lucky to gain 3 spots there. That's all I'll say. This is turning into a very weird season with the point situation. We're building up a point gap, but we're not winning. We're just gonna beat them in consistency, as we have a 30-point lead on Ashley, as I was saying earlier. Travis loses a spot. I mean, everything's looking good. It's just should have won at Grant Park. We should have at least done that, so we have something to our column. But I regret. I wish I could have won that. That was like our best chance to win the whole damn season so far. Had to repair the wing, but that's really about it. Next up, we go to Weed Sport, which I remember that track being pretty goofy, but I'm hoping we can figure it out. But I'll have to do some ample practice. Damn. Okay. That was a hell of a hit. Well, we were hitting the goal time, but we can't just barely hit it. We have to at least be, I think, 2 tenths up to be at least somewhat comfortable. But it depends on what the other AI drivers do, because if all we can manage is, I don't know, like 5th. I don't know. I would like to say 2nd to 5th place, but it's more like 2nd to 7th. Then I don't know. I mean, it seems like it's going to be enough. They're not. Their average finish isn't like 2nd place or anything. Local series and like midgets and micro sprints were like was batshit crazy, and then we come here and this series is like, I don't know. It's like kind of normal. I don't know. It's just kind of crazy. So now the goal time is just going to go up half a second. How is that fair? How am I supposed to get that? I mean, I was just barely able to get an 8. But no, you don't get to. You don't get to do that. You just know. That is. That's annoying. That's just really annoying. I just can't wait for the end of this series to stop dwelling on these freaking lap times and how they're so different in qualifying and practice. Should not be half a second up or 4/10. It's no. Well, I don't know what they want out of me. That's not. I don't get it. I really don't. How come certain race? I mean, even Ashley. Is this a freaking? I guess it's not a showcase race, but I don't. Ashley's 15th. There's different phases up here, so maybe it is a showcase race. I didn't pay attention. I mean, I guess running in that position would kind of make a little bit more sense. Jacob is 27, so all of the regional people are just way back there. So I guess we're not gonna lose too much points then, which is good. It is a showcase. I just saw it. Okay, okay, 19th. Okay, that still it doesn't excuse that the freaking qualifying being like up like 4/10 of a second from practice, but. Okay, there's just a lot of tryhards in this event. Okay, I see now. When we start at P4, I don't know if we're going to get much more than that in the race itself for this. Usually it's like where we start is kind of normally where we finish, so. If nothing interesting is going to happen, then I'm just going to cut all this out. Well, it's also going to be annoying, too, is we got to do a freaking a B main. So that's going to be another just, like, 3 minutes of time wasted there, so. Thanks, game. 1 spot short, too. How agonizing. Yeah, no, nothing happened. We're in the B main starting first. I think we can all tell how this is going to play out unless we get some kind of, fantastical, magical yellow to screw things up. Well, we won by about 2.5 seconds. Glad I cut it out. 19th. So we're starting 19th, so nothing changed. I could have just went from qualifying to right now and nothing would have been different. Starting P19 on the inside line. Turn 1's kind of just weird. I mean, especially with these group of cars, I mean, you kind of want to naturally slap to the wall. Kind of like that, but we avoided disaster there. But I guess the good thing is that the other regional people are struggling just as much as me. But it kind of gets confusing because if you think that they're all running like the maxed out upgrades, then the pattern would continue that they're running like top 5 like with everyone else, but they're not. It's very random and inconsistent, so it's hard to even scale it. So I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I guess this is going to be just one of those races where we're just going to lose points in the showcases. That's just how it's going to be throughout the rest of the season. I just horrifically chopped them off. That's a wreck right in front of me. You might have damage, but we might gain a spot out of it. So we may be able to gain a spot, or he might hold the bottom lane or some lane up to get us an extra position. I don't know. We're still P19 though, so I don't know if that's going to change a whole lot. Maybe it will. He is slow. I can see him visibly slow on the straightaway, so he's going to hold people up. We'll gain some spots. That's kind of sad. The only way we gain spots is through people wrecking, because we can't do it on our own pace thus far. This might be like an actual spot we'll gain on track for P16, and we actually did. Holy smokes. It's kind of weird to think about. Maybe even 15 too. I don't know. Calm down. We're getting too excited here. Or we'll just get yeeted out the fucking way. Yep. That's the theme of the episode. Like every race, it's got to happen at least once. Just get fucking sent into the wall for no reason. What's nerve-wracking too is, like, I have a 30-point lead, but I don't know if that's enough to be safe. If this is how the showcase races are going to be, we're just going to lose a lot of points. I guess Lernerville we lost a lot too. So I don't know, but I guess that's good to know. Showcases, we're just guaranteed to lose a whole bunch of points. It's annoying, but I can't gain any more spots, so I guess 17th is all we'll be able to get. And I only gained those 2 because we're wrecked. So, how, I guess, sad. Well, maybe 16th. Hold on. Might get 16th back after we got yeeted. I should do the same back to him. And, of course, it doesn't work. What luck. Yeah, it's typical. And that's a horrific crash. Car's flipping, cartwheeling. That's a free spot. Okay, another position on track, probably. Yeah, I don't know why that's the theme of the race. Just gain some more spots. Hopefully he stacks up the field pretty good, whoever was up there. Or wherever they're running now. That's a good enough start. We'll gain a spot. That's mystical. I don't know, we haven't had that in a while. But yeah, actually, he's not too far in front of us. In fact, he's right there behind me, or in front of me. So we may be able to get that spot. We may not lose, a truck ton of points as I was originally perceiving this nightmare of a race to be. We actually cleared her. Oh my god, net positive race to showcase? What? Not used to that. So we're going to be heading into 1 to go. Ooh, that's a bit of an awkward angle in the corner. We'll run up high, try to carry the momentum. And, you know what? I'm not even going to try to risk it. Not even going to try to risk it. I mean, I'll try to get 13th if I can, but I'll take 14th. I was trying to be careful in the last corner because I really thought disaster was going to strike if I tried a little too much, but we're okay. Youngquist actually finished 5th, which is not great. He's kind of in the championship hunt, but I think we're pretty good in points. I don't think I have to worry too much. So I think we got out of that in probably the best shape imaginable, despite how that was starting out to be. That was pretty good. And Jacobson didn't even make it into the main, so yeah, we're going to gain even more points on him. So the point situation, well, we got 32 points over Ashley, which is always good. Jacobson, I think, drops to 5th after that, so a horrific race. And now, once again, the battle for 2nd kind of is flip-flopping. But we're just beating them on consistency. We're just going to Matt Kenseth it well, I can't say Matt Kenseth because he got a win. I guess we're going to 2013 Xfinity Series, or I guess technically it was called Nationwide Series, Austin Dillon. Even though there was a couple of races where he was the highest finishing, regular, but a bunch of leeches were ahead of him. So even then, he still technically would have gotten wins if we were factoring those out. But whatever. I'm trying to make an analogy. Good pay. Ooh, 38,000. Ooh, good. Horse driving, yeah, that probably factors in from practice. So not surprised on that. But once again, we got out of this part better than we got going into it, somehow. So, yeah, next race is Knoxville, which is, I think it's the regular Knoxville, because I think Knoxville's at the end of the season. But yeah, we get Bicknell, which is a very good payout, not almost 9,000 just from that. So once again, banking money up. So if we do somehow win this championship, move on to pro late models, then I don't know if we're going to have enough to max the car out to level 4 everything, but we'll probably get pretty close, presumably. Not going to get those incentives, but we're going to go with the win. But yeah, let's just repair the tires and the suspension. All right. Next episode, we'll be tackling the halfway point of the season with Knoxville, Lima Land, and Prairie View. Ooh, old tracks I'm familiar with. Well, except for Knoxville, but 2 out of 3 I'm familiar with. Well, that's pretty nice. Surprised we're at the halfway point of the season. Only took 3 videos, so 3 more, and then we'll be, well, just about 3. I think it'll be 4, technically, but we're getting through it pretty quick, so yeah. I guess that's what happens when we record 3 of them in one day, but I kind of had the desire to do it, unusually. Usually I'm good with 1 or 2, but it's a bit different today. We're, breaking new ground for the first time in 30, 40 parts, or I don't know when the last time I did 3 in episode, probably 30 parts ago, maybe, or 20. I don't know, but either way, I think that's going to do it for me. I will see you all next episode of Knoxville. I'll see you all later, and as always, have a good day, everyone.